Welcome back. I hope you had a chance to attempt this quiz. Before we discuss the answers, I hope you noticed that I did not randomly pull questions out of nowhere. I, as an examiner, based the entire quiz by branching out from some major current happenings. I think it's an especially prescient way of going about GK prep. It's certainly better than going over pages and pages of a drab GK compendium aimlessly. I think it's a technique you should consider. With that, let's take a look at the answers. Question number one: who was elected as the 14th President of India? This is a question that I hope all of you got right. It was all over the news. It's Ramnath Kovind. Question number two: this gentleman is said to be the second Dalit President of India. Who was the first? Well, I can tell you the first one is often confused with a great Indian literary giant because of similar synonymous names. The answer is K.R. Narayanan. Question 3: who ran against this gentleman in the race for president? Uh, the answer is Meera Kumar, who was so far the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Question number 4: who was the youngest president to assume office? The answer is Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy. He was 64 years and 67 days when he took office as President of India. Question 5: prior to being elected the President of India, what office did this gentleman hold? The answer is the Governor of Bihar. Question 6: in a 2017 report, which functionary declared Indian Railways food unfit for human consumption? Well, the functionary we're talking about has been established by the Constitution and is a rather influential one. It's the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Question 7: who holds the office of this constitutional functionary? As I told you, I was looking for the person's name, and the answer is Shashikant Sharma. Question 8: this functionary in another recent report made what claim about India's ammunition stock? The claim was made, and it was made at a very appropriate time when tensions were flaring at the Chinese border. It was basically that Indian Army's ammunition stock will exhaust after 10 days of war. Question number 9 is: what is the minimum stock of ammunition that is required to be held by the Indian Army? The answer is enough to fight a short, intense war of 20 days. Next question is: what part of the Constitution of India established this functionary? That is, which part of the Constitution established the Comptroller and Auditor General of India? The answer is Part 5. Again, with many of these questions, especially questions like this, even if you do not know the right answer, you can come pretty close if you know enough about everything else. If you had read your Constitution and knew what parts dealt with what matter, this was a fairly easy guess. Next question is: the US Federal Trade Commission launched a probe into which giant's allegedly deceptive discount pricing policy? Well, again, if you go by the question itself, you can make a very reasonable guess. It's a US based company that's engaged in trade, and its USP is discount pricing. The answer is Amazon. Question 12: which state's civil secretariat has become India's first secretariat to be fully under wireless coverage? The answer to this question is Arunachal Pradesh. Question 13: who was recently appointed the first female president of the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom? The answer is Brenda Marjorie Hale, who's also the oldest and the most senior judge in the country. Question 14: who was recently graced with the Lifetime Achievement Awards for contributions in the Lok Sabha? Again, this question was a fairly straightforward guess. In case you didn't know the answer, it's L.K. Advani. Question 15. Which state government has launched a platform, JANAHITHA, to receive complaints from the general public? It's sort of a public grievance cell, and it's currently only in a pilot phase. The answer is the government of Telangana. Question 16. Who was recently sworn in as a new Chief Minister of Nagaland? The answer is T.R. Zeliang. Question 17. Who recently took charge of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting? Again, this is a fairly straightforward guess. The answer is Smriti Irani. Question 18. What required them to take charge? The answer is the incumbent Venkaiah Naidu will now be contesting or will be considered for the post of Vice President. Question 19. Which railway station became India's first to be run by an all-women staff? The answer is Matunga. Question 20. Who is the first and only woman to date to win the Fields Medal? Again, our Fields Medal is awarded in the field of mathematics once every 4 years. So it's like the Nobel Prize for mathematics, except it's more precious. The answer is Mariam Mirza Khani. Question 21. Which country does she hail from? The answer is Iran. Question 22. Who won a record-breaking 8th title at the 2017 Wimbledon Championships? This was all over the news. It's Roger Federer. Question 23. Who won her first women's title at the 2017 Wimbledon Championships? The answer is Garbiñe Muguruza. Question 24. What does SAARTHI stand for in the Indian Railways' path-breaking mobile application Rail SAARTHI? Again, Rail SAARTHI is a consumer-facing mobile application, and I think it's a good practice to take a guess of what these acronyms could mean before actually looking at the answer. In this case, it's a synergized advanced application for rail travel help and information. Question 25, which is the last question. Which Booker Prize winning author penned the book The Ministry of Utmost Happiness? The answer is Arundhati Roy. Well, that is the end of our quiz. I hope you had fun and stay tuned for more future videos. Thank you.